Today, the topic is investing in yourself, right? What does that mean? What does it mean to invest in yourself? Because you might have been aware of that sensation, of that notion, of that advice of like, oh yeah, I gotta invest in myself. But have you ever asked yourself the question, what does it really mean? Because what I've discovered for myself is that there's kind of deeper layers of that opening up, right? I mean, we see it, for example, with psychedelics. We see it with books. We see it with traveling around, with mentors, with food. All of these areas are areas in which you can invest in. And basically what you're doing is you're investing in yourself. And also there's these two big categories of time and money. First, when we hear the word investing, we think about money. We're like, yeah, okay. And what I've found for me in my life is that I kind of simplify a decision-making process in my mind, where I'm like, when it's kind of like an investment that I know is a big investment in myself. For example, buying DMT, right? This might be very expensive for some people, depending on what your income is. But for me, I have never even thought about, like, the consideration never even crossed my mind of, like, seeing how expensive it is. Because I just know that the return on investment is so much greater than the money that I spent on it. Same goes for an ayahuasca retreat. Like, an insight that I have experienced and embodied in and after an ayahuasca retreat is worth so much more than just like $500 or $1,000, right? It's insane to have these limitations in mind that hold us back from investing in ourselves. And we'll get into this mindset and the shift of the mindset that we can do a little bit later in the video. But the same I found is very helpful for books as well. Right? For example, there's a book and it's a dear recommendation from a mentor, from a friend who says, this book is going to change your life, right? And he knows you maybe a little bit, or he's just like very far down the path on the path that you want to be on. And the book is $30, maybe $40. Maybe it's a very expensive book and it's $50. Why even think about it? Like, honestly, why are you even reconsidering to really buy the book? Just buy it. That's what I do. It's like I cut down this decision-making process and the doubt. If I know that there is a return on investment in myself from a psychedelic experience, from a book. Same goes for travels, going to a conference. You know, one connection can open up so many doors for you, so many opportunities that you can't even imagine. So investing a couple $100 in a travel, take time off and go on a travel, go to a conference where some potential mentors or guides or teachers or friends are hanging out and explore that space. Invaluable. Like, no amount of money could give me what I got from these experiences with these people, from these connections that I have in my life right now. Incredible. Same goes for mentors. For example, investing in a coach yourself, investing in a mentor. It can shortcut so many things. It can be such a tremendous help that you can't even imagine, like, you can't even imagine what it's worth. It's incredible. See, all these things, what it's been lately for me is food. For example, if I buy food, I am also investing in myself because I'm investing in my health, I'm investing in my energy, I'm investing in my clarity. Because the better food you eat, you have more clarity in life, more energy in your body to do the things that you really want to do, to serve. And all these things that I mentioned, they're just not costing money. They're also costing time. I've seen with some friends, they say, oh yeah, I just haven't had the time for a psychedelic experience. I'm like, what do you mean? You're telling me you have a difficult situation right now? Not knowing what to do? Like a little bit lack of clarity? And you're not even investing the time. You don't even have to invest the money. I gift you the psychedelic, and you don't even have the time to go into psychedelic space because you distract yourself with other things that you say are important. Do you recognize some of this in yourself? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I prolong the psychedelic experience. I prolong or hesitate buying a book or travel, right? But it's not necessary to hesitate, because that's what it is. The trust that the return is going to be greater than what you give it. And this sensation, inside, this resonance that you feel of like, yeah, this might be a good investment. And then just do it. And don't worry about the money anymore. Because it will come back as a lesson, as an insight, as an experience, as a connection, and eventually also as money, right? But it will come back to you if you give yourself to life. You open yourself up to life as well, to God, to the Tao. You say and you put out this message to the universe that you're like, I'm ready to receive. That's what you do when you give, when you invest. And that's powerful because that shows life something. And I've been hanging on this term return on investment, right? It's a common term nowadays in our culture, and I've used it a lot in this video. And that's great because you are going to receive back when you invest in yourself. Still, I want to go even a little bit deeper and ask the question, why even think of a return on investment? Why even think of a return on investment? That's a good question to ask yourself, because basically what this concept of return on investment shows is a little bit of this trace of a selfish, egoistic desire that I want to gain something out of this for me, right? I invest in the psychedelic, in the book, in the travel for my own benefit. And that is the case, and that is good. And there's nothing even wrong with that, with investing in your own self-actualization and self-development, right? Self-realization. But still, I found in the ultimate sense that if you forget yourself, if you forget wanting to gain anything from that, and you just invest out of love without an expectation of gaining anything in return, then you truly open yourself up to the Tao, to the flow of life, to God, right? Because then you're investing in life, you're investing in God, you're investing in the other. And whatever comes back from that, you give that again. It's kind of this circle of giving and receiving. This is one of the fundamental kind of insights I've received in my life and in psychedelic journeys. That everything is in this constant process of giving and receiving, right? We are breathing out what the trees are breathing in. They are breathing out what we are breathing in. It's giving and receiving, one of the fundamental laws of the universe. So if you give, then you are automatically going to receive. And if you can even give without the expectation of anything in return, there's just going to be magic that is left. That's what I've been experiencing in my life. So shift, that's what I want to end with, what I said. Shift your mindset regarding this topic of investing in yourself. From scarcity to abundance. You've maybe heard it 100,000 times, and I'm going to repeat it again because it's simple, but it's powerful. This internal shift, really make this internal shift from a mindset, if you haven't done already, right? From a mindset of scarcity, of like, I need to protect, I need to hold on to something, I need to save money, every little penny, I can't do this or that. I was like, see this tension even. And from this scarcity, I need to protect my time, to an abundance of like, there's enough. There's enough already. I already am enough. I already have enough. And if I feel the resonance towards something, I feel this true love towards something, then I can give without fear of losing anything. Because there's always already enough. And there always will be. There always will be. It's good to remember. And when you live from that vibrational frequency, you radiate that out, that frequency that there's always already enough. And not this fear of losing anything and protecting what you've got and not giving it away. It blocks life to work for you, right? So, last thing I want to leave you is also invest in your fun. Invest in your own alignment, in your own true sense of knowing yourself, being with yourself. Meditation, basically, just sitting and meditating is an investment in yourself. Because then you empty yourself for life to work through you, right? Meditate at least 20 minutes a day. Just sit and let life be as it is. And if you don't have time for 20 minutes, then do 40. Because that's the greatest investment you can do in yourself. To just be. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all. Check out the coaching offer if you want to invest in coaching. In that regards, it's one of the most powerful investments I've made in myself, and I'm offering that out to the world. And you can join our inner circle of the Psychedelic Actualization Psychonauts Path to Purpose program. Thank you very much for watching. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one.